Hello world!
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Elizabeth Joy. You also know me as Asia. So what I'm doing today is a video about my head wraps. And I've gotten quite a few comments asking me to do a head wrap tutorial. So I am here to show you how it's done. That's so
I'm here to show you how it's done.
If you watch my previous videos, you'll see that almost in all my videos I'm wearing a head wrap. I just love wrapping my head, and it's easy, it's convenient. I have 2 kids, so nobody got time to be doing their hair, and it represents my culture. So why not, right? And this is like my go-to head wrap. This is my baby, this green one. I also have it in burgundy, but the thing is, the backstory on that is my sister and I wanted to start a head wrap line. And not to say that's not going to happen, it's just taking a little bit longer than we had hoped for. We kind of put it on pause. And when we were testing out some fabrics and what we did like and what we didn't like, this material, this actual head wrap is one of the...
You look pretty in that, though.
Thank you. This actual head wrap is one of the materials that we tested out and I actually love. There were some kinks that needed to be done with it, but we love it. And when I decide, when we start, and the head wraps are out, you know that you're going to be the first to know. I'm going to have the link in the bottom below. I'm going to have the link in the description box below ready for you guys. But for now, let's get into this tutorial. Okay. So the first look is the top knot. And in order for you to get the top knot, if you do not have a lot of hair like me, I use a thin fabric and I kind of fabricate my knot at the top of my head by making a knot with the scarf at the top, and then I kind of just twist it around. And once it's twisted to the end, I twist it around itself. And the higher you make the twist, the bigger your top knot will be once you put on your actual head wrap. And I like my top knot to be very, very high. So I try to do mine as high as possible. And then you just tuck the pieces underneath each other. I like to make sure that I leave my ears out, because when I put the head wrap on, I'm going to have my ears covered. And this way I make sure that it's extremely tight. Well, not extremely, but it's tight enough to where it ain't going nowhere. So you pretty much just repeat the same step with your actual head wrap. And this is the material I was talking about before. It is very stretchy. So I make sure my ears are covered. I twist it twice and then I just keep twisting it. I do like a 2-strand twist at the beginning and then I just twist it as a whole. And once you have little pieces, you can just tuck it underneath if you see anything hanging out. And then you just twist it around each other. Guys, if you want it super, super neat, you can do it over until you feel like it's falling in the place that you want it to. But for the sake of the tutorial, I'm just showing you how to get it done. And you just twist, you just tuck it underneath. And you just keep tucking the pieces that are left. I'm just trying to figure out, where do I want to stick this? You can pretty much just stick the pieces anywhere that it'll go. Sophia kicking her feet in the back. So cute. I make sure my ears are covered. It's pulled down in the back so you don't see any of the head wrap in the back. Yes. Yes. So cute. Alright, so the second look is the top knot as well, but this is going to be a top knot with some leave out. You see the first top knot, you didn't see any of my edges. This second look, you're going to see all of my edges. Now, I don't have enough baby hair to be doing that swooshing and swishing and stuff. So I use some edge control and I brush them all back. I do not know how to work my baby hairs yet, guys. And plus, I like this look. I like my edges to be slicked back rather than laying across my face. So you just brush it as so. So they're nice and smooth. Yes. Yes. Like, I just gotta be slayed to the gods. See, that's what you guys say, right? Slayed for the gods. And then I'm going to use a headband to make sure it stays nice and tight and secure. And I'm going to tie an... Oh, damn. Let's try this again. I'm going to take a headband and I'm going to make sure that my edges are nice and tight underneath my head wrap. You don't have to do this step, but I like to make sure my edges are secure because I know how my hair is and it'll start to curl up. So what I'm doing right now is making a knot in the back just to make the headband a little tighter. I have a little head. If you have a big head, you might need to skip that step. Yeah, my edges ain't going nowhere. They'll stay like that all day, all night. Okay, so I'm going to start again with the same step. I'm going to put the thin scarf or fabric, whatever you have. I'm going to twist. And this time when I twist it, I'm going to move the head wrap back a little bit so you can see my edges. And make sure it's not covering your ears. Because when you tie it, you want it to be as tight as possible when you twist it. Yep, so 2-strand twist, and then you just twist it as one big piece. All the way to the end. And then you twist it around itself. And then tuck. Yes. Now I'm going to put my actual head wrap on and I'm going to repeat the step, but make sure that it's covering your, make sure it's not covering your ears. Because this style is going to be pushed back a little bit. Once again, if you see anything peeking out that shouldn't be there, you can always just tuck it underneath something else. And you're going to wrap it around. Make sure that your edges are still showing. Because if you don't push it back further enough, it'll cover your head. And you'll end up with the first head wrap style. And you just tuck it wherever it goes, honestly. Wherever it'll fit. And then you start to adjust it, make it look the way you want it to look. I'm just looking in the mirror. And that is the look. Second look, top knot with some edges. Yes. Get a little closer. Yes. Love it. Loving it. Yep. Okay. The third look. I kind of push the headband back a little bit because I need the top of my head to be nice and smooth. Soray's talking to me. The third look is going to be, I call it the India Ari. It's when you have the back knot, which means it's going to be, I'm trying to see if my elbows are ashy. So the knot will be to the back of my head. So I need the top of my head to be extremely smooth. That's why I'm using the thin material, the thin scarf. So what you're going to do is you're going to place it on your head like so, and you're going to make a knot in the back, an actual knot, and you want to make sure it's nice and tight. Not too tight because it will give you a headache by the end of the day. By the end of the day. I like to make sure it's nice and low. Some people wear it to where they still have their edges showing. I don't really like for my edges to show with this style. I like for it to be as low to my eyebrows as possible. So what you're going to do is the same thing you do in the front is like a 2-strand twist, but you're going to do the 2-strand twist all the way to the bottom. You're going to keep twisting and make sure it's nice and tight. Being that this is going to go underneath your actual head wrap, you don't want this to be loose. You want it to be tight and as small as possible. That way when you do your actual head wrap, that next knot is not humongous. If you have a long hair, all you have to do is put your hair in a low ponytail and make a bun in the back. Being that I don't, I have to make me a fake bun. Faux bun on deck. Biting my nails. I know it's such a bad habit, guys. So now I am using my second head wrap, which is also a scarf that my friend bought me from Italy. Yes, thanks, Renisha. Love you. And I am doing the same thing. I'm going to make a knot. I'm actually going to tie it the same way I did with the thin material underneath. Nice and tight. You want it to be nice and tight because you don't want that thing to go nowhere during the day. And you're going to do a 2-strand all the way down. Hey girl. And then you're going to just wrap it around the bun that's already there. And you want to try to get it as tight as possible so it's not humongous in the back of your head. And then you just tuck the rest of it underneath the bun. And trust me, it will hold. And voila. It's kind of covering my eyebrows a little bit. Yes, honey. It's kind of covering my eyebrows a little bit, so I just move it up just a tad. I don't want my eyebrows covering it. Well, I don't want it covering my eyebrows. Yep, and perfect. Yes, yes, yes. You did that. Yes, yes. Do a little twirl, do a little twirl. I absolutely love this look, guys. This is my India Irie. Ugh, I got a little piece hanging out there. And if it is, you just pull it and tuck. I absolutely love head wraps. You can just tuck stuff anywhere. You won't even know. Boom. Gone. Yes. All done. Next look. Use a brush, any kind of brush you want, and you want to pull your hair back. Now, I am brushing my hair back all the way because with this next look, it is the crown. And with this look, I'm not going to be using another headscarf. I'm just going to be using the main headscarf, so I need all of my hair to be as flat as possible. So I'm going to take a scrunchie, make a small little ponytail at the back, because I want to get as much hair together as possible, even though it's tiny. And that hair is going to serve a great purpose when it's time for the scarf to hold on to something. And I'm going to also use the headband to hold down any other hair that's hanging out. If you have short hair like mine, you want to use something to hold that hair down, even if it's a bobby pin. Because you don't want it to look lumpy underneath your head wrap. Time for the head wrap. You put the head wrap back on. So just like in the last look, you put the head wrap on. You pull it to the back. So what you're going to do is make a knot in the back the same way you did before. I'm just trying to line it up and make sure everything is nice and secure and in the right spot. I'm literally doing the same exact thing, guys. I'm making a knot back there. And then you're going to do a 2-strand all the way down the same way. And you want to make sure your 2-strand is looking nice. Mine is looking a little janky, but you want to make sure it looks nice because you're going to wrap this around your head and it's going to be right in the front of your head. And you just wrap it around. And you take that piece that's hanging and you tuck it to the back of your head. There we go. Yes. And that is it. So simple. Yes. Yeah. Love it. I don't do this style often, but I still love it. And you can wear it with over your ears or underneath your ears. I know there's a piece hanging and I didn't notice it at the time, but you can definitely just tuck that piece underneath and you're good to go. Okay guys, so those were my 3, was that 3? Did the thing, with the hair, 4. Those are my 4 go-to looks, go-to head wrap looks, and I hope you enjoyed it. It was short, sweet. I hope that you found that helpful and you give one of these looks a try, and that you love wrapping your hair just as much as I do. If you do decide to try one of these looks, make sure you let me know. Follow me on Instagram and tag me in the picture. Alright guys? See you next time. Bye.
No. I'm not making